Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking through my fashion and style favorites of 2020. Now, first of all, I want to start by wishing you all a very happy new year. I hope that you had a really restorative break, and let's bring on 2021. I think we could all use a fresh start, especially after the year that 2020 was, and I do just want to say that I hope that you are looking after yourself as well and just taking care and staying safe. And I also wanted to say a huge thank you from the bottom of my heart for continuing to come back and watch my videos. I absolutely love getting to connect with you, whether it is just through you watching my videos, whether we have a bit of a conversation going on in the comments, or if you are contacting me over on Instagram. I absolutely love this community that we have built, and I'm so grateful for it every single day. Now, with all that said, I'm going to kind of dive right into it, and what I'm going to do is talk through some of my favorite purchases of 2020. So these are all items that I've paid for myself, as opposed to talking about anything gifted, because I think it's really different when you are paying for something with your own money as opposed to receiving it, which is obviously something that is very unique to what I do for a job. And so these are all things that kind of came into my wardrobe in 2020. Did I say that already? I probably did. So I want to run through my favorite top first. And this is such an incredibly basic piece, but it sort of dawned on me that this was something that was missing from my closet, and that is a really nice loose tank that fits well, has a nice cut, and that is not white or black, because I have pretty basic color palette. It's very neutral. I've really started to add in a lot more warm colors for 2020, and I am loving it. As you can see, I'm feeling very festive today with my red skirt. But back to the top, my favorite addition is this rib tank from Lovers Hazel. I worked with the brand in November, and this was an item that was sent to me as part of a product loan from their spring summer collection, and I loved it so much that I just asked if I could purchase it, because I thought it was a great basic and I could really see it integrating well with my existing wardrobe. I have it in a size small, and it's just a really nice loose fit. I will leave the Lovers Hazel website link down below if you'd like to go and check out some of the other designs there, because honestly, such great basics, all are ethically and sustainably produced as well, using natural fibers. So that has just been such a brilliant addition to my wardrobe, and definitely one I'm looking forward to wearing a lot more over the summer. Now, I thought we might talk about knitwear, and there's actually two sweaters that I wanted to kind of highlight. One being this oversized boyfriend V-neck sweater from J. Crew. I've wanted to buy this for years, and I'm talking about from when I lived back in New Zealand. So that is 7 years ago now. I've had this on my wish list, and I finally caved and bought it when I saw it was on sale at David Jones. If you live in Australia, that's where you can buy it. Otherwise, you can purchase it online. I think The Iconic might also stock J. Crew as well. I got this in a medium, but I definitely don't think I needed to size up. A small would have actually been a perfect fit on me, because it is designed to be worn oversized. It's 100% cashmere. It is so unbelievably soft. It just feels like a hug. I love it, and it's so comfortable. Just something you can throw on and not really worry too much about, and the camel color is really beautiful. It's lived up to my expectations and then some, and I'm kind of kicking myself for not buying it sooner, because definitely something I would have gotten so much wear out of over the years. And then my other knitwear favorite is more of a luxury edition. It is this Midi from Celine, and this is from New Celine, so designed by Hedi Slimane. I actually don't mind his collections. I do think it is in stark contrast to the aesthetic that Phoebe Philo had kind of curated for the Celine brand. However, I think in the context of him as a designer, I really like it, and I love that he's kind of going back to a lot of those heritage pieces from the Celine brand as well. Just a really lovely, simple, basic knit. It is 100% merino wool. It's so soft. I love the little buttons on the neckline. Definitely one I cannot wait to wear on repeat this winter coming for sure. You really can't go wrong with a striped knit or a striped tee, as far as I'm concerned. You'll have to excuse the changing light. It is very cloudy today. The next purchase I wanted to talk about is a jacket purchase, and actually I only bought one coat this year, and I thought for that reason I wouldn't mention it, but I did buy a few blazers, and my favorite is hands down this oversized wool blazer from And Other Stories. It's showing up a little bit warmer on the camera than it is in person. It's much more of a cooler toned grayish-y kind of a brown. Really beautiful and very unique in terms of the color. You don't really see stuff like this. I am so impressed with this. The quality of it is exceptional. It is far beyond what I had anticipated when I made the purchase. And again, one of those things that I am just kind of kicking myself for not buying it sooner. It is a little bit more of an expensive purchase. However, I do think worth it if you are someone who loves wearing a blazer, you live in a slightly milder climate, and you want a jacket that you can wear over the top of your outfit in the cooler months. This is perfect for Sydney. I wouldn't need to wear a coat over the top of this because it is more of a heavyweight jacket. It does come up quite large. I have the 34 and I feel like that's a perfect oversized fit. So I would definitely recommend sizing down one so that you get more of a tailored oversized fit as opposed to something that is super boxy and looks a little bit too large. Okay, favorite shorts purchase of the year. These Madewell camp shorts in the kale color. Wow, did I think that I was gonna love these as much as I did when they arrived? No, but I am so thrilled I bought them, wishing I had picked them up in a few other colors. They have an elasticated waistband at the back, which is really, really comfortable and very, very handy. And yeah, I just think a great silhouette. I love the big patch pockets on the front and the fact that they aren't, you know, obscenely short, which is something I mention quite a lot, but I do want shorts that are going to kind of give me a bit of coverage on my upper thigh and that are also a little bit wider around the leg opening as well. I don't want them to be too tight or fitted there, but they have been brilliant. I sized down to an extra small, which I think is pretty much like a size 8. Yeah, and I do hope they bring this style back for the American spring summer. All right, favorite trouser purchase. This one's probably going to come as a little surprise actually because I've mentioned them a few times and how much I love them. They're my Arquette dark green crop trousers. These are in sort of like a brushed cotton, and they do have these little tabs on the side so that you can adjust the fit there, which I think is really nifty. I have these in 36 and they are just a touch big on me, so the only thing is that I don't know if I size down whether they would be a little bit too fitted around the hip, so that's just a consideration. But otherwise I think a really fantastic piece, really great value for money, and I love the cropped length. The forest green color is also incredibly beautiful and a little bit different for me. You kind of see I'm really incorporating a lot of those beiges and also greens into my wardrobe, which I am really loving, and I feel like it kind of adds to my color palette in a really nice and effortless sort of a way. The only drawback with these trousers is that because they do have this sort of brushed effect to the cotton, they pick up fluff so easily. So I can kind of see already here that Winston has brushed against these, so there is some white cat hairs on them. I usually have to give them a little lint roll to tidy them up. I will leave a link down to a reusable lint roller, which I would recommend in the description box below. Favorite skirt has to be my Isabel Marant Etoile wrap skirt. It's called the Rowan wrap skirt, I believe. I've got it in 2 colors. Oh, hang on. The ecru, and then also in a very dark, kind of a navy color. The navy one ended up being one of my most worn items of 2020, and definitely one that, again, I will be wearing a lot over the summertime. I just love a skirt like this, and the thing that I think really drew me to this was the more feminine sort of silhouette with this tulip hem and the ruffle, with the more utilitarian aspects of the fabric, which is a cotton canvas, and then this really thick woven belt. So absolutely love that. And I was very fortunate to actually find both of them on sale as well during, you know, one of those mid-season flash sales. So definitely something to keep an eye out for, and actually you can use something like Shop Tagger if you want to be alerted rather than having to continue checking your bookmarks. My favorite denim purchase of the year is more of a recent addition to my wardrobe, and actually I think the reason why I love these so much is because they are so unusual compared to anything else that I already own. They're not from a denim brand at all actually, they're from Witchery, and they are these wide leg faded black jeans with this karate style enormous belt at the waist. I just feel so amazing whenever I wear these, and I think that's kind of the key to a great purchase, is you just want to feel and look great in what you're wearing, and that's exactly what these do for me. I love the way that they pair with kind of more oversized items, but also with a really slim top. I will maybe pop a picture on screen of an outfit that I wore with these recently, which I just absolutely loved. I thought it worked really well, but they're so comfortable. Really can't go wrong, and something that I just am so excited to continue wearing more, and it's definitely gotten me thinking about adding more wide leg styles into my closet. Okay, favorite dress of the year before I just jump into accessories would have to be, I think, My Matto backless dress. I have the tiered midi dress, which I wore a lot and was one of my most worn items for 2020. It's just a plain black cotton poplin. This is again the same fabric, but it has a slightly different silhouette and it's much longer, so it is floor length on me. I'm 172 centimeters tall, for anyone wondering. And I have gotten a few questions about the other dress, which is behind it, which is very, very similar. This one is from another Australian designer, Lee Matthews, and it's actually a sheer silk. And I bought this on sale. I'm not sure whether this particular fabric is available anymore, but it's again another really beautiful coffee blossom sort of a print. So if there are any pieces on her website which are available in that print, I will leave those linked below so you can go and have a little peek. And then my favorite shoe purchase of 2020 is probably going to surprise some of you, because I think you're going to think it's a different one, which I'll mention in a second. These Sam Edelman, I think these are called the Jaina Dorsey Pumps. I've wanted this particular style of shoe for many years now, and these are actually a designer dupe. I can't remember if it's for Jimmy Choo or Manolo Blahnik. I will leave the original designer version linked down below if I can find it, but my gosh, are these just so sleek, so stunning, and they are incredibly leg lengthening because they don't have any straps. They have that sort of gap on the side of the foot as well. Almost looks like you're on tiptoes, except then of course have the enclosed portion across the toe, but just such a stunning shoe and a really fun and different alternative to a classic court, which I love, but these ones are great. And they are the shoe that I have been wearing almost every single time that I've had an opportunity to go out in the evening for dinner or drinks, catch up with friends. The other pair of shoes I do also love, but I wanted to just highlight the Sam Edelman ones because I think that in terms of value for money, they're a lot better. My Gucci Jordan loafers. I finally bit the bullet and splurged on a pair of these this year, and I'm glad that I finally did. I went with the dark brown because I didn't want to go for black. My Sam Edelman loafers, which are a great alternative to these, which I will leave linked below, are in black, and I sort of felt like it was doubling up a little bit on a very similar style because those still have got quite a lot of wear left in them, or quite a lot of life left in them, should I say. So yeah, I went with the brown. I'm glad I did because they are just a little bit different. They add something different to my outfits. They're a bit fun to wear and they are incredibly comfortable. I totally get the hype. I do need to get mine soled because I can see that the leather sole is starting to wear down. I will say though, I have found them a little bit more delicate than I expected. So I do have some minor scuffs. I have a couple of very, very small splashes where the leather, it's almost like it's bleached. So it's quite faded actually. And I've got no idea what that's from because the only time that I wore these, I mean, I sprayed them immediately with anything could have happened to them was maybe when I was washing the dishes. So I'm not really sure what happened there, but a beautiful shoe nonetheless, very expensive. And I think if they are not within your budget, don't kill yourself trying to buy them. Just go for a dupe. Honestly, you'll get the same look and you'll feel just as good wearing those as you would with a pair of these. And then I thought I'd just mention my favorite bag purchase of the year. Again, I'm really lucky that I get gifted quite a number of bags and it is something that I absolutely love in my wardrobe. But for that reason, I don't ever really feel like I need to go out and buy new bags all the time. So I've sort of purchased very few this year. I think the one that stands out to me as my favorite would have to be my vintage Chanel classic flat. This is in the medium size and I bought mine from Fashion File. I have done an entire video on this, which I'm going to leave linked up in the cards if you would like to go and watch that video after this one to learn a little bit more about why I purchased this bag and how much I paid for it and all of that. But yeah, it's just really beautiful and I'd had this on my list since I was probably 15 years old. I'm almost 33 now, so it's a really long time and it's something, you know, I had wanted for that long. I bought it in January, so a year ago now, and yeah, it was just something I was glad that I bought, and I was glad I bought it before the price increases as well, because now actually to buy a classic flat brand new in the medium size, it's something like $10,000 and I paid around half that. So it's definitely a really, really expensive piece, but as I said in my review video, I get just as much joy out of my vintage pre-loved bag as I would if I bought it brand new. So definitely something to consider if you have been thinking about buying one of these bags and were torn between brand new or pre-loved. I wanted to touch on my favorite designer of the year because I think it's always really interesting as it changes every single year, I've noticed. And I have to say, for 2020, my favorite designer was an Australian brand called Age, and I thought I'd just show you an item that I have from the brand. I'm sorry, it's a little bit blown out. These are a kind of cotton linen viscose mix short and a polka dot print with this really cool belt at the waist. I love that they've got a sort of loose floaty fit through the legs, but I love their designs. They feel really inspired and fun and different. They're in really beautiful colors as well, and they have some absolutely stunning abstract prints. I just think it's a really fun brand and one that I can see myself wearing really effortlessly as a mum as well, and that's definitely something that I'm looking for a lot. Some of my other favorite brands have included Marl. J. Crew is one I've gone back to in the past year, and I am absolutely loving a lot of the stuff they have on their website. Madewell as well is another brand that I have been absolutely loving. There's definitely quite a few, but that's just a handful that I wanted to mention. So yeah, those are my style and fashion favorites for 2020. Were there any surprises? I would love to know what you think down in the comment section below. And actually, if you have a favorite purchase or a favorite brand that just really struck you this year as being something that you felt was so aligned and attuned with your personal style, please let me know, because I'm always on the lookout to discover new brands. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and as I said, thank you so much for being part of this community. It means the world to me, and I am so grateful for you spending a little bit of your day with me. Anyway, I will see you next time with a brand new video. See you very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.